Hey guys, welcome back. Today we are going to tackle 5 more keys in the Steno alphabet. This is going to be a really quick video. I have the class syllabus again. The 5 keys that we are going to be learning are, the first one is F, which is initial F. So that's going to be T and P. So go ahead and find your T, P keys on your initial side and hit that a few times. Remember that shape. The next key that you're going to be learning is G. And this key has 4 keys in it, so it's going to be TKPW. So it's basically a square, so find your TKPW on your initial side and hit that a few times. It's a lot easier just to remember that shape, that square shape of your 2 middle fingers, and hit that a few times than it is to remember TKPW, TKPW. So you want to remember the shape as best as possible. Hit that shape TKPW a couple of times. That is going to be your G key. And your TP for F, so go up and hit the TP a couple of times. That TP is if. The brief for that is if, and it's going to be on your cheat sheet. And the TKPW is go. The word for that is go. So when I say if, you'll hit TP, and then when I say go, you'll hit TKPW. So don't bog your mind down with all the details, because I will have this done on the screen if you ever forget. The next key that we're going to learn is initial J, and that is SKWR. Initial SKWR, and that shape is a really comfortable shape, and it's a shame there's not a whole bunch of words that start off with the J sound. So unfortunately we don't get to use that one that much, but isn't that just a beautiful shape? So easy to remember. SKWR, so easy. It's 4 keys in a row. The next key is going to be a vowel sound, and you learned A last time, and so we're going to learn the next vowel in a row, which is the O. It's right next to the A, and remember your vowels are always with your thumbs. You never use any other finger to hit your vowels. So go hit the O a couple of times, and this is pretty much for the short O sound. Sometimes we use it for the long O sound, but I'll get into that in another video. So hit that O a couple of times. Your last key is going to be the G on the final side. So you have the G on the initial side, and now you're having the G on the final side. And the G on the final side is self-explanatory, really easy, just like the O. O is O and G is G. So the final side G is just G. When you just hit O by itself, it's going to come up as on, the word on, because that word is very common. When you hit the final G by itself, it's going to come up as ing. Basically, when you write a word and you want the ing ending on top of it, then you will hit the final G and it will tack on ing. So it's really efficient, really fast. So I'm going to show you how that works in just a second, so hang on. J by itself, SKWR by itself, is judge. So if you look at your cheat sheet, you have 4 new words now. You have if, which is the F, TP. You have go, which is TKPW. So hit that a couple of times, go. You have O, which is on. You have J, which is SKWR, which is judge. That's the word judge. We don't get to use that a bunch, but it does come in handy in jury charges and the like. So I have the list of words we're going to be going over for this lesson. First word is bat. P-W-A-T, bat. At, A-T. Very, very common word, so I'm going to be using that a lot when we go over these types of words because it's very common. Fat, which will be T-P-A-T. The F is your new key. It's the 2 keys at the top. Remember that shape every time you hear a word starts with F. It is T-P, so fat. Write fat a couple of times. Dog, dog. Fog, jog, jog. About, about. Said, final SD. Remember that, Philadelphia shift. So if it's going too fast, just pause the video until you find the words, but you really want to push yourself hard. That's what speed class is. It's all the pressure coming down of write faster, write faster, write faster. So you want to get in that mode now so that it doesn't just hit you like a ton of bricks. Don't let your head explode, but try to keep up as best as possible without pausing the video. Thoughts, TZ, California shift, final TZ, thoughts. Judging, and SKWR, judge, you write that, let it go. Then you hit final G, that will add ing. Or you can do SKWRG and tuck in the G with the original stroke, and that will be judging. Really cool, and it saves you a ton of time. You're going to do that a lot in this lesson tucking in G instead of coming back. But if you ever forget to tuck in the G, you can always come back for the G in the second stroke and you'll add in ing. Going. Going, remember go is TKPW. So going, you're going to tuck in the final G. So you write TKPW with final G together, or you can write it in 2 separate strokes. I prefer to get everything in one. Got, jot, jot, did, which is TK, that's your brief. If, remember your brief for if. Go, TKPW. Judge, SKWR, that's your brief. On, O, by itself. We're going to learn your first phrase, really exciting, on the, OT. So O final T is on the. Remember final T was the. Now we're going to connect O and T together, and that's going to be on the. Batting. So you write bat, and then you come back for the G. Or, which is the preference, you should do BAGT. So get used to that GT stroke, because anytime it's ting, you're going to be doing that GT. So dating or any word like that, you're going to be doing GT. It might feel weird for you right now, like, oh, I gotta tuck my finger down, but in a couple lessons, it's gonna be like nothing, just like the said. That stroke is gonna be so easy for you, right? Because you're gonna have written it so many times. So jogging, and this is a new concept we're teaching this lesson. You can do DZ. So look at your keyboard, and on the final side, the very last 2 letters of the Steno board is DZ. If you tuck in DZ, that will add an ing for the words where you're already using G in the final stroke. So jogging would be SKWROG, and you could tuck in DZ in 1 stroke. So you can write jogging in 1 stroke. How cool is that? We're gonna go over the words more quickly now. Bat, did, if, judge, judging, about, said, on the, jot, fog, dog, sat, said, going. Going is extremely common, so get used to that GG. Going, go, if, batting, jogging, judging, thoughts, dog, fog, did, if, go, about, said, on the, going. Now if you need to go back and review those words again, do that. It's always good to get extra practice in. You can also write these words in your notebook, especially the ones that you struggle with. So don't become overwhelmed just because you're learning so many new things at once. Just like anything else, it's overwhelming at first. When you first learn software, when you first learn the QWERTY keyboard, don't fret about things, don't worry about things, just keep pressing, be diligent, and things will work out.